Hey out there, thanks for tuning in. I'm thinking with my white shirt and a white board, you guys might not be able to see me unless I continually move. So I'm going to talk to you guys about the lucky get luckier. It's kind of a play on the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Is that true? Might be. Is it fair? Probably not. But I say this, thank goodness life's not fair, or else I would probably be dead. But anyway, before I talk to you about that, I just want to say big shout out to my peeps in the LGBTQIA plus community. I didn't realize that this month is dedicated to, I guess, awareness and other things for the community. So I wrote a couple things down. I've made a couple of videos in the past where I say, anything that I have in my life that's like good, well, I should say anything. Most of the things I have in my life where I'm a good person haven't come as a result of a virtue. Like, I didn't all of a sudden wake up one morning, like one day I'm an ass, and then the next day I'm nice. It didn't really happen like that for me necessarily. Some of the things did. I mean, here's an example. A big part of me becoming more open-minded, less judgmental, kinder, and loving came as a result of many years ago when I woke up and I was all alone, homeless, no people in my life, no money in my pocket, and not one single thing left in my life that I could point to with pride. At that moment, it didn't come to me this clear, but it washed over me. And the saying came into my head, something like this. Imagine me where I was at, judging someone else. Almost comical. So that started my journey. So I'm telling you that story because the LGBTQIA plus community, by the way, I know that I'm not able to probably influence the amount of initials in there or even put them in a different order so it flows, but it doesn't flow that easy off my tongue. I'm not criticizing, just saying. Many years ago, I don't know if I'd be saying, shout out to my peeps. However, life will throw you a couple curveballs every once in a while. And if you're aware of what's going on, you can use those as examples to change. That's what happened with me. I'll give you a couple examples. If you have family or friends that came out of the closet, I think you're confronted with a decision at that time. And it's going to be, do I continue to love these people as I always have and have them in my life? Or do I want to continue these thoughts of ignorance and separate them from my life? I hope you came up with the same conclusion I came up with, and that these people are more important than these self-taught ignorant thoughts that I had up to this point. So that kind of sparked me into being a more open-minded, loving person. When I say open-minded, I almost feel like it's almost like ego, like open-minded. Like, I'm open-minded to you because you're different than me. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to get a word to at least point in the right direction of what I'm trying to say. I'm going to give you a quick story that, thinking about it, I get a little, let me tell you a story. Well, first of all, I don't want to hurt people. And I don't want people to hurt people that I love or anybody else. When I see people hurting, I feel it today. I had a friend that I used to work with. I'm just going to say Pat because I know he doesn't watch my videos. I'm not going to give any last names away. But I worked with Pat. He was in his late 50s. Pat was gay. Pat came in the one day and he looked happier than usual. He was always kind of in a good mood most of the time. Today he looked even happier. I said, what's going on, Pat? And he said, I found someone. I said, good for you. So he told me a little bit about the man. I think the guy's name was Bill. So we found Bill. Bill had just come out of the closet. He was married for 20 plus years in a heterosexual relationship. Came out of the closet after struggling with it for years, I'm sure. Well, now Pat's coming in every day. He's all happy. They're going out dancing, they're spending time with one another, they're going down to Atlantic City, they're going out to dinner, they're sharing their life together. Man, I never saw Pat that happy. Pat came in one day a couple weeks later, and Pat wasn't so happy. He was down, and I said, what's going on? And he said, Bill's adult children found out that he came out of the closet and him and I were together, and they gave him an ultimatum that if he continues that and he's with me, being out of the closet, then they're going to separate themselves and Bill's grandchildren from the situation. So Bill had to make a decision. It was either Pat or his kids. That's a terrible, terrible spot to be in. If I was Bill, I'm not Bill, I might have said to the kids, you know what I mean. My point is this. Well, I saw the love that was going back and forth between Pat and Bill and how happy Pat was. I was picturing what Bill was like. And then the devastation of having to go back into the closet after all those years of living a life that you know that you weren't meant to live. So, again, this isn't from virtue that I got to be more open-minded. Circumstances showed me that I don't want to behave like Bill's kids, and I don't want to see anybody hurt. All right, so I was going to have a whole long-winded video about the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and then that leads me into this like catchy phrase, the lucky get luckier. But I'm going to stick on this one. This morning when I was leaving the Brown house, I came up to Route 35, if you're familiar with like Monmouth County, Cliffwood area. Anyway, I'm not going to go into detail, but I come up to Route 35 and there's a no turn on red. I already know it's there. I go that way all the time. There's a stretch of highway for oncoming traffic that I could see for like a half a mile. To sit there for 3 minutes, because that's what it is. It's 180 seconds when that light turns red. 3 minutes! When you sit there for 3 minutes and there's no traffic coming, you want to turn. I turned. On red. There's a cop sitting there. Pulls me over. I almost pulled over before he put his lights on, but I waited for him to put his lights on. I know if I was a cop, I'd want to put my lights on. So he pulls me over. Comes up to the passenger seat. He must be like my kid's age. I'm not sure. Comes up to the passenger side. Before he says anything, I said, the one time I make a right on red. And he says, so you know why I put you over? And I said, yeah, that's tough hanging out at that light all that time. So I didn't even have my insurance card. He let me look it up online to show him that I had the insurance card. Then I give him my license. He said, how's your license? And I said, it's clean. So he goes back. I got a PBA card in my pocket too. I didn't even pull it out. No groveling. No pulling the PBA card out. I was going to say no crying, but I wouldn't be crying anyway. So he comes back in like 30 seconds. He gives me back my license. He says, hey, have a good day. Drive careful. No ticket? No, I didn't say it to him. I was going to say, whoa, no ticket. I'd really like a ticket. Oh, that's not what I'm saying. Here's my point. Am I lucky? I don't think I'm so lucky. I don't have any points on my license. Life becomes easier when you do the right thing for a while. From experience, I'm just telling you guys that it wasn't always like that getting pulled over. There was a time, I'm not going to go into detail, all right? But there was a time when I got pulled over, maybe 20 years ago. As a result of getting pulled over, I spent 2 days in the emergency room. Bunch of cops. Was it right? No, it wasn't right. As a matter of fact, on one of the like 5 tickets that I got from that particular night, it said I was passively resisting. To tell you the truth, I don't remember it. I mustn't have wanted to get out of the car or something, so they dragged me out, sprayed me with mace, and, you know, in other words, wasn't very pretty. Am I complaining about that? Should have that happened? No, that shouldn't have happened. Was I unlucky? I don't know if it was luck or not. But I do look at it like this. How am I able to laugh about this? Well, first of all, enough time has gone by. It's healed. And also, I put myself in that position. I shouldn't have been behind the wheel. I'm not giving these police officers like a scot-free card. I am saying that I put myself in that position. And if I wasn't in that position to get pulled over, then I wouldn't have wound up in the emergency room for 2 days. Hey, I almost forgot. Cheer Stand is the newest subscriber. I think I have 46 subscribers now. Who's got better than me? So I want to tell you one more story about luck. I talked to the hard money lender underwriter. The underwriter at this particular hard money lender is the one that makes all the decisions. So you got to get a phone call from them. They have already run your credit. In my particular case, I've done quite a few deals with these guys, so it usually goes smooth. He told me what my credit score was. It's never been higher. My credit score is 734. I know that I got my friends out there in Arkansas that have like 850 credit scores and they put it in my face every day, but is it lucky that I get the hard money loans at better, options than what someone that has like a 620 credit score is? I don't know if that's luck. I've been paying attention to my credit for many years now. I'm going somewhere with this. It's not luck. It's paying attention around what's going around you, and it does pay off. There's an old saying that I know that I'm familiar with. I don't know if you are, but do the right thing and the right thing happens. It used to sound mamsy-pamsy to me, but whether it's about buying more real estate, treating my fellow human being with more kindness and love, putting more money in my pocket, winning at the casino. Okay, that might be luck. That might be luck. The point is that when I do the right thing, it's funny how that happens. No tickets. And the underwriter's like not questioning anything. Hey, Harry, how much you want for that budget? Yeah, we'll send it out tomorrow. No problem. I remember when I was first getting the first loan, they were like, hey, you got $350 in there for a kitchen sink. I got to tell you, I think it would only be $300, Harry. Now they see my budget and they're like, yeah, everything looks like it's in place. So, if you want to get luckier, just a suggestion, do the right thing, and the right thing will happen.